Yo, I walk one. Tis your boy, Jadon, legendary. Look, folks, it is 2:50 a.m. I stayed up to make sure I got this video out for y'all on time because it just so happened that the new month starts on a dang Sunday, which is where I upload my Cyberpunk photo sessions. So for my dedication, I need y'all to do a couple of things for your boy. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification button, shows you people join Legendary Clans support channel, become legendary. Do all things photography and cinematics, virtual, real life, and sometimes AI. For this photo session, it's June, my good peoples. Summer is very near in about 18 to 19 days. So obviously we had to start off the new month with a beach set. We got OGV and Judy. We got Indian V. And then we got Damu. But please do hit that subscribe button. Enjoy this video in my very loopy and sleepy rambling. I'm gonna go get some dang sleep. Alrighty, my good peoples. Today is gonna be a late one. Okay, as said in the intro, it is 12 a.m. But luckily, it's the weekends, so I don't mind being up this late. But here's the issue. Okay, I did so much during May, I had to stop. Number one. Number two, it is June 1st as of recording this. 12 a.m. obviously, you know, June 1st. It's the new month. It's the new month, so it's time for new stuff. Okay. And that means I have to be up dumb late. But it is June, the beginning, or not beginning, because it ain't summer yet. Technically, but we're getting close to this one though. I want to do multiple characters for this one. I almost never do multi-character setups because they're annoying. I'm gonna keep it 100 here. They're annoying to do, so I'm like, you know what, sometimes you gotta do the stuff that you don't want to do. Okay, and that's what we're about to do, to add a level of swag that I normally don't have. Okay, we on OGV, which I'll probably say during the intro. You know, I always do the intro after everything else. They're not gonna be fully in the water. I kind of want to use one of these little houses. The problem is, these fools is always in the way. I gotta figure out how to bring them down here so there's no blood. And now come on down here, please. Or actually, matter of fact, come back here. Come on back here now. Okay, I don't want no... Don't hack. Alright, come back here. Just surrender. Can you come back here, please? This fool ain't trying to come. These fools ain't trying to come back here. Wait, this opens? Holy crap, I think that opens. I just don't want blood on the what's name. It won't leave the spot though. I should have just disappeared them, huh? Now that I'm thinking about it. That probably would have been easier. And then they go back up. This is what I was trying to avoid. They don't actually ever come down toward you. Pieces of garbage, matter of fact. Get out of here. There we go. See that? That's what I should have did in the first place. Ma'am, I don't want to have to hurt you, okay? So I'm just going to disappear you. Dude, stop moving. What if where her hair go? Yeah, some nice braids. Now they gone. Keep moving, man. Keep moving, dude. Well, at least the stains ain't up here. I just needed this clean to use this. I think this is the one. Or was there one on the other side of the pier? I don't remember. I don't think there is. But at the same time, I don't remember. It's been a hot minute. I want to try to use 3 characters for this one. It's gonna be a tough setup. Or you know what I haven't done in a long time? Actually directly on the beach. I always do it at the edge of the water or sometimes on there. Let me go... Good flat spot. Say right about here. I'll remove this log. Probably not. Okay. We're starting off, you know what I mean? I want to start off with multi-characters on this one. I never do multi-characters. Oh wait, I ain't pushed the graphics up, did I? We on OGV, of course. Okay, for the start of the new month. Alright, this isn't typically an outfit we would see this character in. But why not, you know? You feel what I'm saying? Kind of realized, I leave Black Desert up? Kind of realized I've been doing that a lot lately, so I'm gonna use other characters next time, because this ain't really her style. Dude, if anything, I should put her in like some shorts or something. But just for the look of the video. Why not, you know? Why not, you know what I mean? Alright, here we go. You know what I think? What's going on up there? You know what I think one of the major issues I'm probably having? I have not emptied or cleaned my computer in a hot minute. There's probably a lot of extra and unnecessary files because I don't understand why I'm having so much lag issues out of nowhere. I've never had this problem, but I'm kind of thinking, now that I'm thinking about it, okay, is I have not done a good computer cleansing in a hot minute, and that's pretty important, pretty integral to keeping your computer running smooth. You know? So this lag is unfortunately makes more sense than I realized. Make things a lot harder to work with, absolutely, but I need to clean my crap, so I'm gonna attempt 3 characters here. Oh wait, I gotta stop the recording anyways because I'm gonna have to change their clothing, which is never a good idea in recording. There's gonna be a lot of extra censoring that would be unnecessary. Okay, I was gonna do a triple, but because it is late and I can already feel the effects of staying up too dang late, because it is 12:41 a.m. now, and the eyes are heavy. I want to make sure I do this with the utmost quality, so I'm gonna just keep it for 2 characters for now. In the next episode, because this is, you know, like I said, it's the beginning. Summer's coming, so there's definitely gonna be more episodes. The next beach episode I do, I'm gonna attempt 3 characters. Right now, we're just gonna keep it to the to them 2. Okay, Judy and V. Sun can be seen easily. Cause man, doing a triple character setup is definitely gonna be a tough one. We have to make sure that the lighting is good for all 3 characters, not just 1, not just 2. Okay, 1 or 2 characters, easy. 3. That's something I don't do very often, and the main issue is, okay, I thought it was gonna be easy breezy because someone made a triple character pack, right? So then I'm like, all right, time to put this triple character pack to use. Psyche boo boo, raunchy as fucking. One of the raunchiest dang character packs I done seen in a minute, boy. God dog. I'm like, well, this definitely isn't gonna work. You know, so you out here trying to make some fucking 3D crap. Hey, that's the pose pack for you. That's not what I do though, so that ain't gonna work for me. That ain't gonna work for me, baby. Okay, I'm looking at that crap, I'm like, wow, okay. I guess I should have inspected it about a week or 2 ago when I found it the first time. Then just now when I'm about to attempt to use the crap. Cause holy. Ain't know it was gonna be like that. Legit, I ain't know it was gonna be like that. Crap was insane. Actually moving buttery smooth now on max graphics. I kind of forgot. I have not done a computer sweep in a hot minute. What I need to do one of these days is not completely, because I don't feel like re-downloading all my crap, but just go through a bunch of old stuff and get rid of it. Which I'm sure I have a ton of old crap on this computer that is completely unnecessary and useless now. games I don't play, which I did get rid of quite a few of those. I gained a good 200 gigs. Quite a few games came up off the computer. I need to get rid of Warcraft. Yeah, that'll probably be a good 100 gigs right there alone. Let me see. Can I make these two look at each other without it being kind of odd? Because I think Judy's head position might not work for that. I need a billiard ball. How I do it? Probably an easier way, but I don't know. Because this is player V. So if we try to make her look at player V, she'll most likely look at the camera and not player V. Let's see. Let's test that out. Let's test this theory. Okay, yeah, I was right. We can't even make her look at Judy. It's been a little minute since I did a double character setup, so I kind of forgot. I don't know why it does that. Billiard ball. Two of them will do. Now for this, what I usually do is go ahead, lift the billiard ball up. Wait, which one is this? Number 14, regular. The other one is 14, but one. Technically 2. Okay, lift that up. I'm already messing up. Judy should be taller than V by a fair margin. We're not down low, so what they actually look like does not matter at the moment. Because V is supposed to be short. Oh. Yeah, curve that to the side. Oh. Main question is, can we make them look at each other without any mess ups? Yeah, that pack was absolutely not gonna work. Not for YouTube, at least. Not for what I do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of I only do pinup style stuff. That's it. Any more than that is, you know, that's outside of what I do. I'm probably gonna have to get a little further. That is outside of what your boy does, okay? Activate. Oh shoot. Get on. We're back into place. There's that pose pack is way outside of what I do. Oh, that crap, I'm like, wow. Okay. Not what I was expecting to see. I guess I shouldn't be surprised because it is Cyberpunk modding. Cyberpunk modding has definitely hit the stages of Bethesda modding. So I guess I shouldn't have been surprised, but I was. I wasn't expecting all that. I was expecting a you know, some dang. Oops. Wait, what the heck did I just do? Oh, shoot. I was trying to change her facial expression, not her movement. I'm trying, yo. This is why I only wanted to do 2 characters, because I'm trying to keep my energy up, but it's so fucking late. I'm struggling. I'm about to choke on my spit too. I'm out here struggling, you feel what I'm saying? Her look lower, she looking upward. Needs to be looking her in the face. Be here. Needs to be looking her eyes. Not wherever it is that she is looking. This is hard to control from this angle. There we go. And shadows are still good. Let's move that in a little bit. Up. Tilt that a little bit. B. So I was a little disappointed. I thought you know what I mean? I thought somebody made a cool as fuck pose pack for triple character. Like I said, depending on what you're doing, I guess it could be considered cool. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you're doing. Depending on what your style is, okay? I thought maybe at least I could use it for like pinup. Nope. That crap is that crap is beyond Playboy stuff. Pinup, modeling, that's typically what I do for my characters, and maybe something a little bit along the lines of like early Playboy stuff. I don't know what modern day Playboy stuff look like, or mid-year, like 05 and 1990s, 1980s. I'm sure it got a little crazier, but I mean like 50s, 60s, where you didn't really see much. That's about what I do. Okay. What that joint had, and that's hub level stuff, dude. That's what I would expect to see on the hub. Okay, that's what I expected. You know, some people be looking at. It's funny too, because recently I had got a comment on one of my videos, and dude was talking about it's sad that the stuff you see and the 3D porn prawn and all. I'm like, the fuck that got to do with me? That's not what I do. And he was like, Cyberpunk. I'm like, okay, this man is on some kind of tangent. That's not what my video is about. My video is teaching people how to do what the fuck they pose. Oh, I'm on the wrong crap. My crap was about teaching people, you know what I mean, how to take photos. Okay, whatever they decide to do, hey, that's on them. Ain't got nothing to do with me. That's the second time somebody done went on a tangent in the comments. I'm like, okay, got some sort of frustrations going on. I feel you, son. We all got our frustrations in life, okay? Life ain't breezy. I don't need you to go ahead and put your little frustrations on me. You feel what I'm saying? I got my own. I got my own things to be worrying about, okay? You're upset with me about other people's consumption. You can't be upset with me, sir. I don't consume, okay? Where's the standing poses, man? Fuck. I feel like I'm just somehow managing to go through all the seated poses. There we go. Doing all the seated poses, man. Let me see here. What would be good for this one? We don't need the billiard ball for now. We're going back into the modeling. Oh, I messed up. I didn't disable. Yeah, oh shit. I did not disable what they were targeting. Deactivate, maybe. Deactivate that as well. Upset about something. Like, or I'm struggling to know what you know what I mean, you're upset about. It's just not what my video is about, so ranting to me, and which is kind of strange to me, to be something to be upset about. People gonna do what people gonna do. I mean, you can't be upset about what people decide to watch at night or look at night, you know what I mean? Leave that to those people. Whatever those people gonna do and watch it late at night, you know what I mean? Don't make that your problem. That's why people be stressing out unnecessarily these days. Be upset for people. Don't be upset for people, you know what I mean? Let people be upset for themselves. Okay? Man, what's going on the whole thing? I can't remember right now because my brain, I'm at like 50% brain power at the moment. He was upset about something. Not happy. Like, I feel embarrassed for those people. I'm like, you shouldn't be feeling embarrassed for anybody. I mean, that person needs to feel embarrassment for themselves in order for them to learn from whatever mistake they may have made. If they don't, then they don't. That ain't your problem, You putting unnecessary stresses on yourself. That's why people losing their hairlines. Why so many people stressed out these dang days. They be too busy worrying about other people's problems. I'm not saying don't care about people, okay? Care about people who you know, who you are close to, like family members. But like random people you don't know, what the fuck? What up? We all got issues in this life, you know what I mean? Who was in a on a dang tangent in my comments talking about all people are doing this and that and it's embarrassing, and I'm like, what are you talking about? What is that? What does any of that have to do with my video? I guess he was trying to say people would use my video to create that, but I'm like, that got nothing to do with my video though. Like, are you on a tangent on my video? Whatever people decide to, I mean, because if that's the case, you can complain that about anything. You teach a man how to build a car, and then he could build some dang contraption, some monstrosity to do evil with. It's not your fault that he decided to do that with the knowledge that he gained. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at a person who wrote a book on something and then somebody took that book and used it for their own evil. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, evil is a subjective thing. This is what you might find evil or bad. The next man would be like, oh, this is whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you can't be complaining to me about that, son. That ain't, you know what I mean? I just decided to teach because what I figure is that most people would do photography in the form of fashion that I do it. Cars, scenery, and characters on the average. I'm not thinking about the people who are going to do the crazier stuff because I don't do the crazier stuff. I don't be thinking about stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? My crap is regular. I've only ever had one person like, oh man, you're doing this and that. I'm like, I don't think you've ever seen people really be out here doing, son. What I do is very regular. I mean, half these dang photos I got Judy in these crazy little underwear, and you ain't seen it. You ain't even seen much of her yet. And then V here is in her little sweatpants. You know what I'm saying? So, what I saw with that pose pack, that was something else. I'm like, what does this have to do with my video though? He was like Cyberpunk 2077 ... and then something else. I forgot what he said. Like it's more like 50%. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I'm trying to be I'm trying to keep the energy high, but that's not easy. It is late as fuck. It's 3 minutes until 1. Trying my best here. Okay. But you know, I'm like, I understand what you're saying, sir, but at the same time, like I said, that number one ain't got nothing to do with me. My teachings, whatever people decide to do with what I'm teaching, you know, that's on them. Number one. Number two, you only see that stuff if you're looking for it. Let's keep it 100 here. I do not well, of course, unless you're on Nexus where you're looking for mods. But on the norm, I don't ever see people's fucking 3D proms because I ain't looking for it. You feel what I'm saying? That's not something I see. Like, would you be looking up, sir? Okay. Now, if you're on DeviantArt and you're complaining about that, you crazy as fuck. That's like seeing a fire and then jumping into it and then complaining that the fire is burning you. You know what I'm saying? We all know that Deviant is one of them websites and it's always been one of them websites. Okay, it ain't changed. Shoot, if anything, it changed from when it first dropped, but that was a long time ago. You feel what I'm saying? I'm sure that was, dude, I was a dang kid and I didn't even know what DeviantArt was. I ain't never heard of that a day in my dang life. You know what I'm saying? Got the iPhone. I kind of forgot I had that mod. I'm saying majority of the times, this is the type of mods I'm looking for if it's not clothing. I got sick of the fucking Cyberpunk phone because that thing is ugly. and it just so happened that somebody made an iPhone. That's the type of models I'm looking for majority of the time. If it's not clothes, and if it is clothes, as you can see, like I said, she got her little sweatpants on. You feel me? So, like, you can't even put that on me. Number one, like I said, that's not even something you should ever be worried about. People gonna do what people gonna do, unless it's like straight up evil, like true evil, like some old crazy crap. Then that's when you should have a problem. But somebody deciding to make their two fucking 3D pixelated, obviously adult characters do some old craziness, you know, let them be, because they gonna do it anyways, regardless of how much you complain about it. Like, I done had, over all the years that I've been making music, over all the years that I've made pictures, you'll always see that one negative comment pop up where it's like, oh man, you suck, you should stop doing this. Oh man, you suck, you should stop doing that. I mean, if you gonna stop every little thing you do, well, dude, luck. You know? That's like I say, is good luck, because there's a lot of people who not gonna like what you're doing. Like I said, that as you can very clearly see, I do pretty normal stuff. And even then, in, well, rare, very rare cases, I'll still have somebody pop and be like, oh man, what the heck? Oh man, what the heck you're doing this? Oh man, what the heck is this? Like, this is some regular stuff. Dude, the first time I did get somebody saying something like that to me was a while ago. Like, you're doing, this is the borderline 3D prawn. I'm like, not even close. Not even close. You have seen nothing in that case. You have seen nothing. Okay? These skin tone is being drowned out and I'm not liking it. Let me check the photos real quick. It's not as bad. It's only bad for that one for some reason. Did the lights adjust at some point and I didn't notice it because I'm fucking barely alive right now? It's late. At this point, I'd probably be on like on Far Cry or something, messing around with some missions, getting ready to go to sleep in like 30 minutes. Instead, I got a plate of egg rolls I can't really eat because otherwise y'all be hearing me smack like crazy. It is 1:02, but I gotta get this video done. You ain't seen nothing, sir. I guess you're like me and you don't watch the stuff because, I mean, obviously you ain't gotta watch it to produce it. That's like the obvious, that's the most simplistic thing to understand. I'm like, if you think what I'm doing is, you have clearly seen nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing. Not even the ones where I might, you know what I mean, where it might be a little extra saucy. That ain't even close. Like I said, modeling and like pinup style stuff is the majority of what I do. If it ain't cars or scenery, it's gonna be characters. Now, characters is the majority because I just make a lot of great looking characters and people love my characters, so I have no problem supplying people with more great looking characters. But like all that stuff beyond, it's just not really my style. You know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? It's just not what I do. I'm like, sir, you have seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing, sir. You know what I mean? Clearly. If you think what I'm doing is crazy, this is about it. This is some regular stuff. You can see people doing this on the beach. You go to the beach and you could literally see people doing regular fucking poses like this. You know what I mean? Blocking the sun, but the sun is behind her, so I don't know how well that's gonna work. Kind of swaggy, but it don't make a lot of sense considering the sun is behind her. I'm like, let me just let me just scrap this man's comments and he'll get over it. It was making my I don't really care for like boo-boo head comments. Like I said, you'll always get somebody who just doesn't like what you do, whether they actually don't like it or they just hating because, you know, maybe they're not doing what they've wanted to do or just kind of fearful of it. I mean, we all got our fears, okay? Simple as that. You might not be scared of a person, but you could be scared of a thing. You might not be scared of a thing, but you could be scared of a person. You know what I'm saying? That's just life. That's just human. But if you're in a random rant, it's gotta go. I never keep people's random rants because it just makes your comment section look bad when you got a random dude going on a tangent about absolutely nothing. Like I said, people gonna do what they gonna do. If there's a man or a woman right now who's getting paid to do dumb crap, guess what? They gonna continue to do that. I mean, a lot of modern fame is that people doing the dumbest crap they can think of because it is the easiest. And some people are just willing, like, hey, I'm trying to get paid. If I could get paid any way, any means, even if it does mean I look like an idiot on the internet, or people find it funny, you know, it is what it is. What you gonna do? Tell that person that they shouldn't do that? You're gonna look at you like, you got your own life you need to be worried about? That's just the simple truth. It's just the simple truth of it all. People gonna do what they got to do. Woo, 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 woo. You feel what I'm saying? Some people be getting paid off that grip. Is it a good way to get paid? I'm sure. Because, you know, one of the oldest things in history that people have been making money off of for fucking ages. Some people are willing to do it, some people are not. You know what I'm saying? Some people are willing to make a fool of themselves on the internet so they could get big cash. Some people are willing to sell their bodies on the internet so they could get big cash. Me personally, I just want to do my photography. Okay, so I've been searching for better jobs in real life so I could get paid more and start throwing ads into my videos again. Okay, I personally would like to keep it on the lighter side. I don't really want to make myself look a fool on the internet. I'm a little too old for that, if I'm being honest. Okay, I'm 30 in about a year. At 30, I don't think you should be doing dumb crap. But hey, you know, that's like I said, everybody got their own ideology on things, you know. Me personally, as a near 30-year-old, I don't want to be on the internet doing brain rot content. But if I was 20, maybe I would think differently, you know. Everybody's got their thing. Like I said, some people are getting well paid for it. I mean, to model and do that with some 3D characters, I mean, easy money. Realistically, let's keep it 100 here. This little lady right here, let me lift her back up. This little lady right here, okay? In the inner forums, wherever I tend to post her, from time to time, I get some pretty crazy requests for this little lady right here, okay? Let's be honest here. If I would have charged those people and say, like, oh, it's going to cost you 50 to 100 bucks or something, however much a commission like that would cost. Let's say it's 100 bucks. Let's say 100 bucks. Let's say it's 100 bucks. I probably could have made like $1,000 off this little lady by now. And considering that's just the people who are asking, when majority of the time I do upload pictures of her and she is mostly clothed, imagine if she wasn't. Man, shoot, I probably could have made like $5 grand off this little fool by now. But that's not exactly what I'm trying to get into. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I will post a picture of her in her little sweatpants, and one of these days somebody will pop up being like, hey, can you do this? Like, nah, not really. Some people willing to pay. I'm just not willing to do, you know, 3D prom. But the next man, you know, Next man or woman, actually. You'd be surprised at how many women are making these crazy fucking mods. A lot of people think it's just dudes. You'd be surprised. You know, matter of fact, a lot of the times it's women making it, dudes consuming it. So you be thinking, you know, I mean, shoot, that in itself is something. Why, you know, why put yourself out there like that when you can make a fucking real pretty 3D character and make the character do it and get dang near the same money? I mean, think about the people who doing it with all this fucking AI stuff. You ain't gotta put yourself out there, make a fucking real pretty AI character and make her do some crap. Guess what? People will pay for it. You feel me? Is it the right thing to do? Well, shoot, I don't know. It depends on the person. That's another thing that a lot of people tend to forget. Your ideals on things ain't the same as the next man or woman's idea on things. You feel what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm not gonna hit the streets tonight and go try to sell some crack and grab my pistol and go robbing people. I personally do not think that that's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? The next man, however, that's probably the only idea he has. That's probably his only thought process. You know what I'm saying? Is you know, people gonna do what people gonna do, whatever they can do and however they can do it. Like I said, I personally ain't gonna load up my shotgun right now and go rob somebody. I don't think that's a good idea. Okay? Could it be successful? Oh, sure. I mean, you got a fucking 12 gauge in your hand and the person you aiming at, they got this little rinky-dink pistol that they weren't able to get to fast enough. You know, the 12 gauge at that range kind of, you know, trumps all. After all, 12 gauge is dirty nasty. What the fuck you gonna do when somebody got a 12 gauge in your dang face? Not much, you know? But at the end of the day, in my personal opinion, I don't know about y'all, don't want to spend the rest of my life behind prison bars. Okay, number one, I'm not a very large person. I'm strong for my size, but you know, a lot more comes to play when it comes to you know, fighting in a little bitty prison cell. Goodness, heck, come on now. You know, fighting in a little bitty prison cell when you're my size with my strength versus, you know, a guy who is 2 times my size and about my strength. It's not a whole lot I can do in such a small cell, you know, in such a small space. So for me personally, you know, it all comes down to what you are and aren't willing to do. But to complain about somebody wanting to do what they doing is unnecessary. There's no point. People gonna do what they gonna do. Now, like I said, unless it's like truly something messed up, then of course a complaint is more than necessary. Shoot, an action is necessary for certain things. But when it comes to some dang 3D characters on the internet that are adult characters, man, let them people do what them people gonna do, because they gonna do it anyways, with or without your complaint, you know. That's just the truth. That's just the simple truth. Why does she move? Didn't I have her in the original position? Oh no, Judy is not in the. Oh no, crap is that? What? Oh, there we go. You know what I'm saying? That's life. It's life, baby. A lot of things we don't want to do, but we gotta do it. Nobody wants to work a 9 to 5, but that's just what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? It's just what we gotta do. I don't want to work no dang 9 to 5, just like the next man or woman don't want to work a 9 to 5. But if I expect to get my YouTube channel where I need it to be, I gotta find a better job so I can put more money into this, help grow my community better. YouTube, every dang thing requires something. You feel what I'm saying? Someone's got to make it, someone's got to produce it, someone's got to consume it. While you and I may not consume it, the next man or woman definitely will. Like I said, whether you like it or not, they gonna do it. Be upset about it, but hey, gonna do it regardless. You feel what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? I'm only at picture number 4. Good gracious, I'm gonna be up so fucking late. I'm so sleepy. You know, the problem with doing these is you want to speed it up, but you can't because that will decrease your quality. You want to move a little faster, but if you do, your crap gonna look like crap. Much as I want to go faster, I cannot. Considering I'm doing 2 characters, that's the main thing that's making it slower. If I was doing 1 character, it wouldn't be that bad. I just had to go and do 2 characters, didn't I? I was gonna do 3, but I was like, you know what, this is not gonna work. It's late at night, I'm at like 50% brain power right now. I got these dang egg rolls too, and I'm gonna do some push-ups. Man, I'm a fucking sleep nice tonight, son. Wake up on a Sunday morning, and write down on my board, getting set up for some new stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, majority of the people who leave comments or thumbs up on my videos, they understand what I'm doing. Virtual photography is a big thing. It's a lot bigger than most people realize. But most people completely understand it, plus the simple fact that, like I said, I never go too far with my joints. And, you know, it's all simple virtual photography. But at the same time, like I'm saying, some people want more than that, or some people want to do more than that. So for you, something may be unethical. For the next man, shoot, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine to them. Sit around, you know, being upset about what other people want to do. Ooh, shoot, random hiccup. If we sit around being upset about what other people doing, well, shoot, we ain't gonna never get something done. Think about it like that. How you gonna get your stuff done? You too busy, worried about what the next man or woman. Like I said, half the time you do see it, it is women, because I mean they know what dudes be wanting. It's funny because you be seeing that crap all the time. Like that guy's comment where he was like, man, these guys out here doing this 3D. It's not even the dudes. The dudes is the one consuming it. Like all these poses, the only thing that I'm creating is the style of the photo, the location, the design, the actual creation of it, and my character. Okay, that's this little lady right here. This lady, I created her. Okay, it took some time. I didn't make Judy. We all know this. I didn't make her. I designed this character. I picked the location, and I'm designing it, the photo, and then I'm gonna edit it afterwards, which of course is quite a bit of work itself. But these little sweatpants she wearing, I ain't make those. Somebody else made those. These underwear that Judy's wearing, I ain't make those. CD Projekt Red made those. That, I ain't make that. CD Projekt made that. Judy, I ain't make that. CD made that. The fucking feathers, I ain't made that. A nigga named Tony made that. her top, I ain't make that. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Her hairstyle at this current point, her normal hairstyle, which is the afro, CD Projekt Red made that. Her hairstyle right now, somebody else made that. You know what I'm saying? So, there has, like I said earlier, there has to be a creator and there has to be a consumer. You feel what I'm saying? Some people don't really want to be consumers though. So any way you can get your hands on some cash, like I said, whether you find it ethical or not, that person does. Okay. I know right now, like I said earlier, I need to find me a better job so I can make more money. I know somebody else will probably hear that and be like, ugh, won't work no job. But it's the ethical thing. If you expect to get anywhere, you need to be able to, you know, have the funds to do it. YouTube is a business. YouTube ain't gonna take you to the top themselves unless you luck up. Problem is, I ain't got time to be, you know, wishing and hoping on luck. Yeah, we only getting older out here. Anytime you hear somebody say, oh, I'm 30 years young, they're fucking 30 years a dummy. You ain't getting no younger, you getting older. Okay? And we gotta get to this crap quick, fast, and in a flash, and hey, Somebody want to do fucking 3D assets, hey, let them do what they do, you know? Because they not gonna stop just because you don't like it. Some people will, most people will not. That's like me stopping what I do because somebody on the internet was upset about it. I cannot do that, will not do that, never have, will not. Any mistakes I ever made with deleting old videos and stuff was out of my indecisiveness. Not because some random fool left an angry comment. The good comments, love them. The bad comments, don't give a crap about them. Feel what I'm saying? Cause it ain't gonna put, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna put no food on my plate. It ain't gonna keep my light bills running, none of that. Ain't gonna do me no good. Therefore, I ain't seen it. Just like dude complaining about, people doing they 3D hub stuff. They gonna do what they gonna do. Right now, there's a lot of people making mods, and there's a lot of people making photos and videos. That's like going up to an OnlyFans woman and saying, what you're doing is unethical, or not unethical. What you're doing is nasty and you're degrading yourself. She done made like $500,000. She ain't hearing you. She ain't hearing a word you say, dude. That's like a song from Dave East. Dave East. He's a rapper out of New York. I think he's Dominican. Tall Dominican dude. In one of his songs, he's like, something, I'm preaching, but youngin' just touched a gold chain. He ain't want to hear it. And essentially what he's saying is that youngster done sold some drugs, did whatever he had to do to get some money. Now East is trying to, tell him like, don't do these things and don't do those things because then you can end up here. The problem is, youngin' just got his hands on a gold chain because of all these things he's doing. He's making money now. He's not hearing what you're saying because beforehand, he wasn't doing any of that, man. A little kid could barely get a fucking meal. Could barely get food in his dang stomach. Now he hearing you talking about, no, don't be doing that. Even though he's now eating well, he ain't hearing a dang thing you saying. Let's say, right, you're upset about someone doing what they're doing, right? You're like, you really shouldn't be doing this. Like I said, unless it's something that's just straight dirty nasty, then yeah, get them to first pack them up. You know what I'm saying? I mean like big man going across town for a cupcake type thing. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look it up. Okay, it was a YouTuber. Now, if it's something like that, then of course, pack them the fuck up, get them out of there. But if somebody is making good money and able to eat finally off of, shoot, think about it like this. If somebody said you can be worth 200 million because you're a movie star, or would you rather be worth 200 million as a movie star, or would you rather be worth $1 billion selling toothpicks? Most people are gonna be like, oh, I want to be the movie star because it's more glorious. Man, shoot, give me that $1 billion off of that toothpicks, man. I'll sell the crap out them fucking toothpicks. I don't give a crap. You feel what I'm saying? And it's that same way. You can't just tell someone who's eating off of what you deem unethical because you deem it unethical. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to point across to that, get across to that dude, and shoot, many people. He's definitely not the only one. There's a lot of people out here trying to control the way people eat, and unless it's hurting, like I said, unless it's hurting other people, man, forget it. You know what I'm saying? And in the end, hey, that person most likely gonna have to, deal with the consequences of it any dang ways. But some 3D characters, probably not a whole lot of consequence in some 3D characters because who's it hurting? Nobody really. One of the biggest things you'll ever hear, unless you didn't grow up in those areas, is a lot of, although it's a poor excuse, but a lot of drug dealers will say they're gonna get it off of somebody, so it may as well be me. Like I said, unless you're hurting people, then it's kind of eh. But if you ain't hurting nobody, they gonna get it from somebody, so it may as well be me. And like I said, it also depends on what you're willing to do. Me personally, I ain't, I mean, I'm not really trying to do 3D prom, you feel what I'm saying? I like my photography, but not that much photography. That's a different type of photography, alright? I'll do some video for somebody's wedding, but I ain't doing no video for nothing else. To get somebody else to do that bullcrap. I don't want none of them airborne, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Whatever airborne madness might, nah, I'm cooling on that. I'm cooling on that, bruh. You feel what I'm saying? But then again, like I said, it all depends on, I did not switch the lighting around at all. It all depends on what people are willing to do. Like I said, in the end, if it is truly that bad, then those people will figure it out themselves, you know what I mean? A lot of these dang, what do you call it, OnlyFans, I don't be calling them models, that ain't no modeling. All these dang OnlyFans girls out here doing their thing, you know what I mean? It works now, but a lot of them will understand what that'll look like in their future. Do I give a crap? Not really. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't doing it. I don't give a crap. But, you know, that's on them. I'm not about to be sitting here. I'm not about to be sitting here complaining about what other people doing. They're gonna do it regardless of, no matter how much I complain about it. Plus, like I said, we all have our own stresses in life, so why in the world would I be worried about somebody else's stresses that's not an immediate, you know, family member? Obviously, I'm gonna be worrying about my immediate family members. Like a very random person I know nothing about and never known in my entire life, and will probably never know them. Hey, y'all, we got two different problems, okay? We got two different problems. I feel embarrassed for them. I don't. The honey with you, I don't be feeling embarrassed for people because I can't feel embarrassed for someone. They need to feel embarrassed for themselves in order for them to understand and learn something. I'm not gonna understand and learn anything from their or for feeling embarrassment for them because I'm not the one truly in that predicament. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I got a lot of problems of my own that I'm trying to fix. And a lot of us do. That's what we should be worried about. In the meantime, unless, you know, like I said, it's an immediate family member and they about to fucking have a heart attack or something. They on the dang streets, you know, help them out. Of course, if they want to be helped. Not everybody wants help, oddly enough, believe it or not. But if they want to be helped, you know, help that person. Not worried about some random person on the internet you don't know. Or never even seen the face of. You never even heard their voice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got too much stresses out here. You feel me? Too many stresses and stuff out here. Like I said, I'm looking for me a new little job so I can get paid more. And that means better stuff for y'all in the future, and I can build up the community. I have a very expensive camera that I'm trying to get my hands on. Okay? I need a battery, I need an SD card, I'm looking for some heat, found some heat, it's a little expensive. You know how I'm gonna fix that? Not by worrying about what people are creating on their own free time, okay? It's like me being upset at the woman who made that crazy as fuck pose pack. No. That's what she wanted to do. That's what she did. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing to do with me. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, so I didn't download it. Simple as that. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Need two more. Let's get two more good ones here. Like now, I know I'm about to be working on this video for a long time. Well, at least this part. The rest of the characters should be much faster. But hey, this is what I needed to do so that I could get an upload for y'all. So we doing it. You feel me? We haven't done a single seated pose this entire time. They on the beach and ain't never sat in the sand once. What kind of crap is that? You feel what I'm saying though? If it's not a direct and true issue, like real bad issue, like fucking, like I said, a family member on the streets and they need some immediate help, man, shoot, man. Man, shoot, dude. Gotta get to work up in this piece. I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to fucking, yeah, me. I'm trying to fucking, yeah, me. I'm trying to live good. Correcting things in my life. Only way that can happen is if you are in tune with yourself and in tune with what needs to be fixed. That's like the amount of fucking trashy videos YouTube keeps sending me of that fucking streamer university crap is insanity. I'm like, y'all really think I'm gonna be sitting here watching this, huh? Like I ain't got things to do. You feel me? It's always the dang trashiest content, not the stuff that's gonna teach you something. That's like one of the most common comments I get on these videos is people like, yo, these are very helpful, teaching me how to do some cyberpunk photography my dang self, and I'm like, boom. See, I like that. I like the fact that I can be good background audio for people who need to. A lot of times people are like, my voice is great for when they're studying. And it's like, boom, there you go. You're working on yourself, sitting back and you just need something to listen to, boom. Or it's people who want to do the stuff themselves and they're learning through my videos, beautiful. Only thing I'm missing is Photoshop. That's another thing though, why I need to get a better bang on my job ain't paying to nothing. What my job is? Working a World of Warcraft YouTube channel. Guess what? It's paying me practically nothing now because I quit, so I told people I was gonna upload some old videos that I did back in the day, from music videos I did, but I was like, I don't even know if I can make that happen, if I'm being honest. If I'm gonna do anything Warcraft related, it needs to go to the music channel because it's attached to my music. I was like, yeah, so I don't even know if I'm gonna do that much. Now it's time for me to get, like anybody, like any adult, a real job, okay? I don't want to do World of Warcraft no more, so now I gotta get me a job, you know, something that I also pay far more. Well, I mean, I was doing decent with the Warcraft channel, which is crazy because I didn't even have that many subscribers over there. I uploaded a lot though, to be fair. I had 1,800 videos. When you're uploading five times a day, you're gonna be bound to make some decent cash. If I'm being 100% honest here, you're gonna make some pretty decent cash. Make a whole lot better though if you uploaded actual quality content. But if you're more of the mass uploader type, I was uploading 5 times a day with only 1,800 subscribers. I was making decent cash, I can't lie. But now I'm not, because I'm not trying to go to Warcraft for the rest of my dang life. That game is not what it once was. I'm tired of playing it. It's been 20 years. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? We gotta build up. We gotta build up. You know what I'm saying? And complaining about what people want to do in their free time is maddening. That's like right now, I'm sure somebody like, what the fuck, you up almost 2 in the morning just to film a dang Cyberpunk photo session? Absolutely. Because this is going to carry me to where I'm trying to be with my photography, whether that be virtual or real life. I don't know how long I'm going to do I really only do the AI stuff is because I can't do real life stuff at the moment. Because I don't have a good camera at the moment. I got my phone, which is decent, but you're trying to do like top-notch photography, you're gonna need a lot more than a phone. You feel what I'm saying? Where's the rest of the seated poses, man? Go further up. But yeah, no, you're gonna need a lot more than a camera phone. I'm sure you could do some heat. There's some of these phones out here got absurdly good cameras. I just want a little bit more. No cigarette. You don't do the cigarettes, okay? I make her do the joint, the weed, but none of the ciggies though. The ciggies. Not the ciggies, son. But you know, we gotta get to this money, peoples. We gotta get to this money. You know what I mean? I'm talking about everybody. Ain't just me out here that need money, I'm sure. You're the type of person who you look at an item, you can't purchase it right then and there. Time to get to work, you feel what I'm saying? Time to get to work, time to get to work. I mean, you got a lot of people who will also work a job, but then they won't put that money, some of that extra money they get, like buy some a new pair of Jordans or something, or dang, some clothes they don't truly need. I ain't gonna lie, that's one thing I stopped doing too. I haven't bought a new pair of shoes in ages. I mean, I have a fucking enough anyways. Some of them shoes I ain't even fucking worn yet. Like, okay, do I really need new shoes? No. No, I don't. The chances of me, you know what I mean? Chances of my shoe size randomly going up is very slim. Okay? I keep it light. And I tend to watch what I eat a lot, just because at this moment in time I'm so busy I can't exercise as much as I want, and I got too many nice clothes right now. Okay, too many nice clothes to be trying to get my muscle on. Okay, I'm keeping it light until I get my money right and I can start, you know, replacing whatever I outgrow. I mean, one of these days, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna stay a little dude forever. I do want to put on some, get a bit more muscle mass. This is a good last one right here. We're just chilling on the beach, man. I hope their legs is tangled up, so we're gonna stay up here. We're gonna move on to the next character. But yeah, no, man, yeah, for real, man. Like, that dude, whoever he is, and if he ever sees another one of my videos, got much bigger things to be worried about in life, including you, my good sir, wherever you may be, and what people decide to do in their free time. You feel what I'm saying? Because they gonna do it regardless. Like I said, me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it. You're not really gonna see that from me, ever. Could I make some cash from it? Oh, I'm sure. I've gotten, like I said, I've gotten quite a bit of messages. But this little lady right here, people are talking about, do you do this or do you do that? No, I don't. Okay, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to ask somebody else. I get people asking for her as a preset. I can't do that either. Okay, because she's the face of most of my videos. If I was to give her out and then other people using the character, you would see her in places where I'm not the one creating, which would be fairly backwards. Plus, people not gonna use the character how she's meant to be. She ain't no. I'm sure you would see people creating some wild stuff, because some of the dang DMs I'll be getting. People be wanting to see some wild stuff. The problem is that's not how this character is. Okay, he a little thug. You ain't gonna see no little thug with his little cheeks out, right? That's just simple. Do I do stuff with their character like that sometimes? Yeah, sometimes. But it's pretty dang rare. Pretty rare. Alright, that's it. Let me check, make sure nothing happened in between the creation of these photos. All is well, all is clean. Now we need to move on to the next character before I fall asleep. Man, I ain't used this spot in a minute. Up at the mansion. Egg rolls is delicious. Sitting in a different seating position, so I feel slightly more awake. Not by a lot, but instead of being at 38% brain power, I'm now back at like 42, so that do is decent enough. Bring it back right about there. I want to make use of the water on her lower half so we don't make her sit about here. Yeah, it should work. Or actually, no, because I kind of want the sun to be directly behind. Actually, no, because I always use that side. I haven't used this side in a long time. Matter of fact, yeah. Need some incense. You got that? Is there a thing in here? Got household incense. Incense stick. But is it lit? Not lit. Ain't lit, buddy. Wait. It was lit. But turn the radio on accident. I'm thinking of Gmod and crap. Speaking of Gmod, I haven't done Gmod photos in a while. It's just I've just been getting all these different games and stuff that have far better quality. So whenever I try to go back to Gmod to do photos, it usually doesn't look all that. Which is unfortunate because it did at one point used to be one of my premier games to do photos on. Because I had endless options. Ooh, that is gorgeous. It won't be too laggy. I had endless options. I could take pictures of whatever car I wanted, various maps that people created. That's about it. Usually maps, cars. You can't really do characters because characters would be based off of pre-existing. Well, I didn't do characters a whole ton. I'm sure there's people who do add character photos on Gary's mod, but I've always preferred my characters over anything else. So when I did do characters, it would typically be pre-existing characters from games, but that wasn't super often. I don't know if they'll do crap up here. I gotta do a computer cleaning. This is ridiculous. Never had these issues. I kind of want to use the water side though. The water look. I ain't even realize they had lights in it. This up here kind of always been laggy though, because you are in the epicenter of the city. It's not like you're like way off out in the countryside or super high up. You're right in the middle of the city, where everything is going on. Well, naturally, it's laggy as fuck up here. Wow. You'll do this up here. Now, y'all ain't never seen this character before. I mean, y'all might have seen her in the photos of the month stuff, but photos of the month and week. But y'all never seen this character. It's my newest character. So some of y'all might remember a long time ago. Okay, we did. Y'all already know I do all the episodes where I use just a specific race of characters. So I'll do the episode with just my all my chocolate characters, all the vanilla characters, which is white characters, obviously, chocolate, which is black characters, obviously. Then I did a Latinas episode, which is all my Latina characters, okay. However, back then, when I did all my Asian characters, we added one Polynesian character, which I kind of only figured would work just because I heard a Samoan man, a Chinese man asked a Samoan man if Samoans considered themselves Asian. Samoan man said, yeah. Such and so, he went down in the history and all that. I was like, well, I mean, I guess that's good enough. Maybe not 100%, because there was a few, that video got slightly, slightly more dislikes than my video does on average. I'm like, alright, I guess a lot of people don't really agree with that. I put the whole clip up and everything. You can see the clip where they were talking. But I guess not everybody agreed with that. So, as you can see, this is an Asian woman. Okay? This is very clearly an Indian woman. Alright? So, when we do that episode again, it's going to be done properly. The only downside is it's like now, no, a Samoan character is now left out, which is unfortunate. But considering that it wasn't like that bad, I'd probably still add her anyways. I ain't gonna leave my character out like that. She's too swaggy. She's one of my swaggiest characters, man. You know how hard it is to make a Samoan character? Everybody else was decently easy. Samoan characters, not so much. The hardest part when I'm customizing a character is making sure that they are absolutely stunning, number one, and number two, making sure that they don't look too much similar to another character of mine. As for the Samoan character, making her was truly different. Because Samoan features, Polynesian features, barely exist in practically every game you play. You gotta create it yourself. Which obviously, you see very little Samoan people within your day, that's gonna be quite hard to do. Making that character was so hard to do that it was an accident. I didn't even mean to create that. Actually, I'm gonna go back here. I didn't even mean to create that character. That character was a complete accident. When I was trying to make my the light-skinned chocolate character, my old caramel lady that I was using in all the chocolate episodes, I was trying to create that character. Accidentally made her look too much like Victoria, Country V. That's the dark-skinned lady with the afro. I accidentally made her look too much like her. I was like, alright, let me scrap the character and try again. But as I'm looking at the character, I'm like, you know what? The character's kind of great looking. So then I switched, I tweaked some things, did a little bit of tweaking. Okay, not the drug type of tweaking, but like the changing things up kind of tweaking. Okay, so I'm tweaking. It sounds like, oh my goodness, I'm like I'm straight up talking about tweaking. I'm tweaking. Now I'm tweaking her face and all that, moving things around. I'm like, I just accidentally created a Samoan lady. So then I do a little bit more tweaking. Okay. This time I'm actually tweaking because I'm like, dang, I just created a Samoan character on Cyberpunk. I've been trying to do that forever. Or a Polynesian and overall, either type of Polynesian, didn't really matter to me. Okay, and then boom, there she was, created. So more than likely she'll still be in the episodes anyways. Hey, I got confirmation from, like I said, from a Samoan man to a Chinese man. I know not everybody gonna agree with him, but it was a Samoan man and a Chinese man. Alright, China Mac. That's his name. Some of y'all might know, some of y'all might not. China Mac, New York. He asked the question. Samoan man answered the question. And to me, I mean, you know, I'm not Chinese or Samoan. So I figured, I mean, it's coming from them. Maybe, probably not. But I mean, I'm not gonna not put her in the video. Like that character. It makes it harder on me though, because now I gotta do 4 different characters, but it is what it is, bro, you know what I mean? That was my fault when I thought it was a good idea to add another character into the selection, into the mix. It may not be on ultra, but this quality is quite nice. The only downside is, what is this? What's this about? What is this? I don't even know where that is. What shape is that? Where would that even be coming from? I'm waiting on here now. We gotta move the lights again. Nah, she's still gonna be in the episodes though. That character too fly not to. She's one of my best characters. She's one of my best creations. Right? Simple. Like that character. Oh, I fixed it. There was the other light, one of the backup lights. About there, and let's get this out the way so I can fix this too. Which light is this? Is this one? That's one of these two. Okay, I see now. That about there. That's already there. Boom. Problem fixed. We don't care too much about the shadow on the bed because that's going to be the natural shadow. What we don't want is the shadow on the body. Shadow on the bed is going to happen because of the positioning. You know, bed is a separate item. We're not really worried about that. Dang bed. You feel what I'm saying? But no, yeah, she's still going to be in there. She's still going to be in there. Unless I manage to create 2 more Polynesian characters. which is not gonna be easy, but I'm up for the task. Because she does, it's not like she has to be in those specifically, because I do have 2 white characters that you never see in the vanilla episodes. That's my military character, but she will have an episode all to herself, and then that's AD. She's a little too thuggy to be in the episodes with the other white characters, because they're those are just regular white ladies, right? As for AD, that fool was a thug. Although I guess that doesn't make that much sense, considering when I do the native episodes, I always put OGV with Mama V and Native V. Considering how much of a dang thug OGV is, hence why I call her OGV. I could just say Original V. I call her OGV because it's more fitting to her. Mama V, not a thug. Native V, not even fucking close. OGV, on the other hand, that's one of my thuggiest little thugs of all my characters. This character is fucking phenomenal. I'm like, you know what? I need an Indian character anyways, just because, man, shoot. Trash talk India all you want. There's a lot of dang dolls in India, man. Fuck. Some of the finest. Alright, some of the finest ladies is coming out of India. Let's keep it a hundo here. I don't care what nobody say. I done seen way too many, you know what I mean? Way too many pretty ladies coming out of India. They got, oh goodness. They got some of the finest. I had to make an Indian character, absolutely. That was gonna happen regardless. Even if I wasn't doing like the specific episodes, even if I wasn't doing fucking the Cyberpunk photo sessions, at some point I would have ended up having Indian character, especially when they added all the extra features. I'm like, this should be way easier now. Matter of fact, it's probably gonna make it easier to be able to make 2 more Polynesian characters. I'm gonna probably go with the triple aspect here. I mean, I already got the Samoan, so well, actually, there's 4. But if I do 4, I'm gonna be out of bounds again. I was probably gonna start adding AD to the episodes, the vanilla episodes, anyways. Even though it's gonna be 4 and it'll be a little longer, but it's like, she is my one of my few white characters, so it would only make the most sense. Okay, where we at? 13. Let us add a smile. Those ones. I ain't got a chair. I ain't give her no chair. That is not going to work. Here we go. I'll probably make that happen. It's not like it ain't very hard for me to make some fly characters anyway. It just takes a little. Is it gonna happen right now? No. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to sleep. Brush my teeth first, then I'm going to sleep. Okay? I was trying to think, wait a minute, ain't there something I should be doing before I go to sleep? Yeah, brush my teeth and then go to sleep, okay? Although I hate brushing my teeth when I'm this late and sleepy, because it's like I just want to go to sleep. But hey, I also want to make sure my teeth stay in my face. You know what I'm saying? So gotta get that done, no matter how tired I am. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could do it in the morning, but I like to do it before I go to sleep. That's when you build the most bacterials in your mouth. That's when the most damage happens. When your mouth is shut closed for majority of 8 hours straight. You know what I'm saying? That's when the filth moves about the best. For obvious reasons, mouth is closed for mostly a long time. I don't know how long everybody. Goodness gracious, I tend to get around 6 to 8 hours. 8 sometimes you can't always get what you want. When your mouth is closed for that dang long, a lot of filth brewing, okay, if you don't brush at that specific time. Or, you know what I mean? Always got to make sure, you know what I mean? Morning, breakfast, mouth out, and get them, whatever you might off your teeth and whatnot. Want to just dwell, okay? I had to learn this the hard way, you feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? I was unfortunately those type of fucking youngsters who would, you know, mom and dad is like, hey, brush your teeth before you go to sleep, fucking kids. I don't feel like doing that. I just go to sleep, act like I brush my teeth. You know, you pay when you get older. Learn that the hard way, unfortunately. Already knowing by the time I'm like fucking 40, I have to get a few fucking teeth probably removed. Not now, because they're still healthy, but they're not as healthy as they could have been had I done what I was supposed to do when I was younger. So that's kids for you. Kids love doing dumb crap. And realizing, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to pay for it once I get older. Yep. Put that right about there. She's at the dang pool right now, man. I'm gonna get some more characters done. That'll be about it. I got black characters, I got white characters, I got Latino characters, I have Asian characters. We're gonna have a full selection of, that sounds crazy, we're gonna have a couple, I don't know how to say it, I'm gonna have some Polynesian characters. What the heck else can I do? Oh, yo, I don't have any Arabic characters. Man, that's gonna be a challenge. Or, I was just saying earlier how a lot of Polynesian features don't exist. No, Arabic features don't fucking exist. Holy, those are some of the hardest characters to make. I thought my struggles in character creation started when I started trying to make black characters. I was like, man, every game, it's easy as fuck to make a white character, but not easy to make a black character. That was just GTA. I got on Skyrim for the first time, and making black characters is easy as fuck. Then, you hop on a game where the characters are predominantly Asian and white. Then black characters become hard again. Then, Latino characters became hard. I'm like, shoot, I never struggled to make a Latino character. Their features are usually more on the white side, but more tan. You know what I mean? So they're usually easier to make. Not in Black Desert. Until I decided that I wanted to make a Hawaiian character. My first ever Polynesian character was a Hawaiian character. My Hawaiian character over on Black Desert. That character was hard to make. She was not an easy task. Okay? Character creation is a task and a half. Okay? You will sit there, spend 16 years creating a character before you ever actually get on the fucking game. Okay? And then I was like, you know what? I don't have Arabic characters. So then I went down that road, and man, I ain't been back. I'm gonna be honest with you. Made 2. The male was easy. The female was not. The male is easy because when it comes to making male characters, I base my male characters off of what I think a lot of ladies would find handsome. Okay? Which, not a good thing, because a lot of my black male characters are just very loosely based off of myself. You know what I'm saying? Now I wouldn't say I'm an ugly person, but I'm not the greatest looking man on earth. But I'm not an ugly person. Why I tend to accidentally base a little bit of too many of my characters based off of myself. which is not hard to see once you go back to any GTA video I've done or any Black Desert video I've done where you can actually see my male character. You'll notice that they look a bit the same. Two different games, yet their resemblance is a little too close. That's because I always accidentally base them off of me, unless they're a different skin tone or a completely different race. But making a male character is easy because it's like, okay, this is what I think a woman would like. A male character who has a strong jaw. You know what I mean? He ain't gotta be the most diesel person in the world, but he'll have a strong jawline, well-defined eyebrows, pretty eyes. Okay, because pretty eyes ain't just a lady thing, that's a male thing too. Alright, I am fucking, ain't gonna lie, that's the one thing I do like get a lot of love on is my eyes. I wear glasses, I'm blind as fuck without them. Okay, so with my glasses, okay, you can't really see the true detailing of my eyes. Without my glasses, I'm gonna say my eyes are somewhat similar to hers. Very strong, dark brown, slim, real Asian-ish eyes. I got pretty eyes. I put it as simple as that. I got my mom's eyes. Okay. So I tend to do that a lot on accident. But it makes it somewhat easy because it's like, okay, some real slim, pretty eyes. You know, simple stuff. When I'm making a female character, I'm basing her off of what I would like to see and what I think other guys and or girls would like to see. So then you really gotta go deep into details. So for me, making a good looking male character is a million times easier because I'm basing them off of what other people want to see. Typically what a lady would want to see. I you know, personally have no attraction to males, so for me it comes down to what other people would want to see, which makes it a lot easier. I probably put like, it probably takes me like 30 minutes to make a male character. For a female character, not so much. This lady probably took, number one, I gotta think ahead of time. I gotta think of features, so I typically will look up the specific race of folks that I'm looking for, see what the dominant features are, see what the not so dominant, see what I might like versus what other people might like. Then it goes into, okay, finally putting the character together, which can probably be working. If I'm confident in what I'm doing, it might take an hour. If I'm not so confident, much like making the Hawaiian character, and shoot, dude, it could take it who knows how long. Because I deleted and remade that character multiple times. The Arabic character, deleted and remade her like 3-4 times before I finally got it down. I mean, it takes some time, bruh. It takes some time to be creating these characters. Male characters, I get them done. I'm flat. Because I'm basing him off of what I believe other people will like versus what I like. Problem is, like I said, I have no attraction to men, so for me it's like, okay, this is what I think people would like. This looks good, and boom, done. As for the female characters, I ain't gonna lie, they gotta be a bit more of a masterpiece. Now, obviously, my male character's gonna come out fly. Like I said, I ain't gonna have no ugly character. Okay? Or I guess what people would perceive as ugly, I don't know. Depends on the person. That's a full 10, so let's move on to the last character, which I have no clue who that's gonna be yet. I can finally get some sleep. Man, I told y'all, man, I'm sleepy out here. I've been talking like for the past 20 minutes. I look at my recording folder. I'm like, why is there only 3 recordings when there should be 4? The one I'm currently doing. Because I am not recording. I'm sitting here talking about how sleepy I am and how many mess ups I'm doing. God dog, I done fucking, man, shoot. Hopefully it's just this part that I missed it, not the whole part where where I had her at the beach. Part. It is 2:32 in the morning. I am sleepy, but I gotta get this done so y'all can get a video today. Otherwise, it would be coming out late as fuck, and we ain't doing that. I ain't having that. I ain't having that. How many videos gotta come through where they supposed to come through? I am 2 seconds from falling asleep right now. What I was saying was, dude, I don't even remember. Like 30, I'm like 28% battery power right now. Fuck was that? And face just popped through her dang skull. Oops. Turn it off. I don't even remember the original pose. So I'll go with this one. Looks great. You know, one thing I gotta stop doing with this character is constantly making her wear nothing red. Like, okay, understand. Big Pyru activity. Okay. But she ain't gotta wear red for each and everything. Ain't 92. Alright, we ain't color banging. I mean, I say we. Ain't no dang. I wouldn't dare be wasting my time at 29 years old. Trying to get into a gang, dude. It'll be pretty freaking embarrassing, you know? You're already in it, you're already in it. But at 29, okay, pretty dang embarrassing. Gang it. The crazy part is, there's a 30s. I'm about to choke on my spit. There's a 36-year-old right now, gang banging, instead of paying attention to his kids. Okay, rap is crazy. But anyways, anyway, oh, dude, trying my best out here, man. About to fall asleep in this piece. It's late. Y'all supposed to be falling asleep and enjoying my videos on a late night, listening to me talk about any old random thing. Instead, I'm the one about to fall asleep because it's 2 in the dang morning. But to get an idea of how I normally do things, okay, is about midday, about 12 afternoon ish, maybe 1, 2 in the afternoon. The sun is still up, freaking blazing, is when I would normally record these, where I have the most energy, not doing anything else. Early morning stuff is out of the way. Late night stuff is gonna be late night stuff. So boom, I get to sit back and record these, do my little photos. That's what we doing. Right now, it's 2:35 a.m. If you're watching at this point, you're more than likely watching it around the time I uploaded it, which is completely normal. Normally, like I said, I would record these at about 2 in the afternoon. Best time to record, got the most energy, early morning stuff out of the way. And so I'm sitting back, I'm chilling, I'm okay. Not right now. It's 2 in the dang morning. I am feeling it. I'm on 28% battery. Ain't even get to finish all my egg rolls yet that I was talking about 3 hours ago. Almost 3 hours ago. Okay. Hungry a little bit still. I still gotta brush my dang teeth. I don't like going to bed without brushing my teeth, but I might have to do an early morning teeth brush, and I am freaking sleepy. I ain't gonna mess up the quality of my photos, but dang, dude, my eyes is heavy. I'm probably at like more like 20% battery now. If I sit back in this chair, I will fall asleep. So I'm staying forward. I'm leaning forward. It's bad posture, but this is the only way I'm gonna stay awake. Right now, we done skip past so many good poses, but because my brain ain't functioning, I'm not even taking pictures. I'm just scrolling through. Her eye looks like that. Got something in her eye and she's trying not to close it because the picture about to get taken and gripped. Man. If I lay back, I could easily fall asleep. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna get this video done. Get it rendered. Upload it tomorrow. This is the main reason, or today technically. The main reason I haven't been bringing up a whole lot of my characters, because normally I would have to edit them in so y'all can see who I'm talking about. I've been mostly talking about real life stuff because I ain't gotta add, I ain't gotta edit it. You know what I'm saying? At this moment of time, it's a little easier to talk about because I'm brink of falling asleep in this dang chair, dude. What number is that? 6? Almost done. We got 4 more to go. Let's make them count. Make them fire, baby. Why is it taking so long? Hurry up. I was gonna put a little planet in the background. Oh no, I got 5. That's the wrong thing. Oh shoot! It happens though when you make sure that everything is on time at all times. I could upload this at any time like anybody else would, and make that be about, you know, 3. But no. Oops. I need it to be on the time. On time. You feel me? Now when you get so sleepy, your eyes start like slightly cross-sectioning. I'm feeling that starting to happen. Like your eyes you start to be able to not focus because your brain is ready to shut the fuck off. Feeling it starting to happen, man. It just happened. Now I'm loopy stages. My nose is freaking stopped though. That's breathing through one nostril. And when I was younger, I used to think that would happen because your nose is stopped up and there's the boogies and stuff out. Later on in life, I learned that the reason why that happens, where you're only breathing through one nostril, because the one you can no longer breathe through is fully freaking swell. Okay, the thing I said swell. I was trying to say swelled, but then I said swole instead. It came out as swell. Your nose is swolled. Okay? Get some dang mint or some vapor. Breathe that in a little bit. Open back up. Something spicy too. But like, who the fuck wants to something spicy before they go to sleep? That's one of the most annoying things in the world, is you trying to sleep. You're breathing through one nostril. That makes sleeping amazing. I gotta lie, it makes it straight amazing. Gotta lie, I love when that happens. You're trying to sleep and you're breathing through one nose. I gotta lie, I love when that happens. Love it. Best way to sleep. Definitely not super annoying as you're pushing so much air through one nostril. Then it starts to hurt because all that cool air that you're constantly intaking through that one nostril. Gotta lie, love it. Gotta lie. It's happening right now, actually. One nostril decided to close up. It's happening right now. Gotta lie, love the way this feels. Definitely not causing, you know, annoyances and whatnot. Having one nostril available. This is also quite hot in this room. Dang, door back open up, you know what I mean? I gotta stop closing my eyes. I gotta stop doing that. I close my eyes, I can feel it. I could fall asleep right now. It's 2:41. I would have been asleep like an hour ago, man. 2 possibly, with how sleepy I am. I've been busy, you know. Had a lot to think about and whatnot. You feel what I'm saying? I was tired. 3 in the morning doing this. Not that this is a bad thing, obviously. I'm the one who made this happen. You feel me? But it's gonna be a late night, but I'm gonna be up. I gotta get this video out for y'all right then and there. You know, right then and there. Can't be no time where it's not up. Feel me? We not about to, you know what I mean? I ain't about to have nothing for y'all. And I ain't about to have nothing for myself because it is June 1st. We're getting straight into the photos, baby. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because of it being June 1st, and this is the leading on to summer, I'm probably going to do mostly character stuff this month. It's summer. We're gonna have characters on the beach. They're gonna be looking nice. They're gonna be looking great. Okay, real summer themed photos, real summer vibe stuff. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Oops, we're definitely gonna be I'm gonna definitely be doing mostly character themed stuff or character related stuff. So yeah, gonna be characters of Skyrim, Fallout. I need to stop slacking on Fallout, so I'm gonna definitely get back on that. Inzoi, the game has not been great, but it is still a good photo studio, which is the main thing I wanted it for. So that's exactly what I'm gonna be using it for. I'm at about 19% battery power, becoming quite hard to keep the eyes open. I still gotta record the intro, which is only like a minute, but dang, plugged nostril is quite freaking annoying. Would like to be able to breathe through both of my noses again, okay? Both my nose holes again, that'd be great. Back it up. Single far shot. Can't keep running away. Oh, it's cool. Nice and clean. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, dude. Am I ever gonna do this again? Hopefully I don't have to. Hopefully the next month's coming up isn't the direct section between the last day of the month and the first day of the month having to be on a day where I need to upload but don't have anything because I can't upload last month stuff. I mean, I could, but what the fuck would be the point of that, you know? The whole point is to make sure everything is fresh and new for each month. Just in case y'all didn't just in case some of you didn't exactly 100% know how I'm doing this and all of this. Everything I do within the month is within that month. You're not seeing anything from last month. You're seeing everything I did within that month. So the predicament I'm in right now is because June starts on a Sunday. But I wouldn't be able to record a photo session in May because then technically that's not June stuff. It's May stuff. You know what I'm saying? Things have to have order. You feel what I mean? So if I was to upload some May stuff to June, it'd be like, wait, what? Stuff ain't even new. It's new for the month, but it ain't new for the new month. You know what I'm saying? Plus, because Friday is practically the last day of May, that was the only way to do it anyway. Plus, because it's June, the biggest issue is because June 1st is on a Sunday, which is the day to upload Cyberpunk photo sessions. You know what I'm saying? That is a full 10. I need to hurry up and record this outro before my brain shuts my body down. I fall asleep in this dang chair, my good peoples. Okay? With that being said, I'm gonna need y'all to do a couple of things. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell, show your people join Legendary Clan Sports Channel, become legendary. Do all things photography and cinematics, virtual, real life, and sometimes AI. Make sure you check out Instagram. That's where I upload a majority of these photos. DeviantArt for the stuff that's just a little too much for Instagram, but never too much now. Go over there expecting madness. With that being said, I'm out.